Hello there and welcome to Music is Your Friend. I just wanted to make a short video about Toska's new album called Fire by the Silos. So if you don't know who Toska is, it's 3/4 of the band Dorje. So it's basically Dorje without Chapman. And therefore no vocals. I don't believe that instrumental albums should be, judged or evaluated by the same way that albums that have lyrics. If you have lyrics on your album, then it's a whole different ballgame, and you need to compose your songs completely different and make space for the lyrics and actually kind of paint them with music. So for those reasons, I actually wouldn't give this album on Music is Your Friend rating like I do with every other album. With instrumental albums, it's always, what songs or what instrumentals speak to you the most. So this album is, pretty long. The instrumentals are actually quite long. A good portion of the album is all into delay, weird echoes and some cool reverb stuff, and it's really floating around spacey. And then on the other hand, you have these down-tuned rhythms. The drummer is pounding his drums really loudly, and then a couple of minutes later he's really playing softly, and he's on the album there is a track where you can find words, but they're not lyrics. They're more sort of a manifest or something that should tie this album together and tie all of these instrumentals together, and it's basically a song that kind of describes the concept of the album. So I've heard Rabia talking about the album, and he said that his favorite track was Prayer Monger, and that's kind of logical because it's sort of the heaviest track on the album. I found some parts that I really like. I've found some parts that I just have zero emotional response to, but that's okay. I believe that every new genty band could listen to this album and say, oh, I like this part, oh, I like that part. I also believe that many Tool fans could dig this album, and actually many Deftones fans. What I feel is good about this album, compared to other genty stuff, is that this album isn't that genty. It's groovy, and that's probably the word that I would use to describe all of the heavy parts on this album, or just parts where they actually play, where it's not floating all in effects and all of that stuff. And compared to their previous work, I believe that this album sounds a bit more mature. So similar to Animals as Leaders, their earlier stuff kind of sounds like a whole bunch of ideas that were written down or just played into a computer with some backing track, and then they sort of kind of figure out drums later. While this album sounds a little bit more like it was done on band practice, like it was done with jamming in mind, and that makes it a little bit more fluid and makes it a little bit more natural, and I believe that's really good. And I really wanted to make this video as a shout out to those guys because I believe they've done a lot of good with their work online, and I'm really looking forward to what they're gonna put out next. I'm not really a fan of their music. I actually like Dorje better, but I'm a fan of what they represent. So I'm looking forward to be playing with Leo Maracchioli and all of that stuff. So hopefully there's more coming from this band, and hopefully it's gonna be even better. Kudos to Toska. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all later, and goodbye. Oh.